So guys, it's your boy Cosby International one time. With me here is the greatest of all time, the energy god himself, the man who has done things beyond the expectations of humans, the man who has put people in their corners, the man who has shown that you can achieve it and you can believe it. You understand? Ladies and gentlemen, without no further introduction, give it up with a clapping ovation for the greatest DO to the TUL.
Coach C.
Thank
you very much. Thank you so much.
I have to repeat that line again. I repeated the first time when I told you that. Now when I did Polytechnic, now I say, when I don't get my 100 million to do wedding, because now the tradition I don't do, that church wedding, now you must date there.
No, Baba, no worry.
To short and everywhere for me.
I will give you discounts.
Because the more, because the energy where you go bring on that wedding, go determine how my marriage will last.
Thank you very much.
I will have enough of energy to run through the marriage. So I will need that energy. That's why you call the energy guy.
Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Thank you so much.
So now, first of all, I can never forget how I started it. The main question again, do you have an idea what this is?
So, na cup. And like, I know what it be.
Tea or something?
No, na cup. I know what it be. And you know, say the difference between me and you now be say, I understand where we dey go and how I feel win this thing. You don't win am before.
Yes.
But you don't understand how to win them again.
We'll catch up with that.
No way. Let me make I explain.
We'll catch up. I don't understand.
Make I explain. You know, I know of the cup. I don't. It's supposed don't day our room.
But not day.
You know day. But if it day, if it still day,
so
as we dey
go. Cobweb.
No, Baba. You know before you now I go see and I go need them because don't tell when I win them.
No.
When last you win them?
We are going to the FIFA Club World Cup.
Oh.
Because we won it in the last 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah, 4 years qualifies us for the FIFA Club World Cup by June.
Baba picking with the ball for 4 years, don't they work out?
What the God does that mean? You want never know who they want that is who they bought, don't die.
But that's but I know of the cup. And we don't day, we day that we day, you know, say like I said, you know, it difference day. If you make money for morning, if you make money for nights, you know, some people grace.
But what you know when COVID happened, they say that can't do happen 100 years ago.
Yeah.
So meaning you took COVID, you never win the thing. But me 4 years ago, I went on. You are talking to me like that.
But make ask you one question.
Ask me.
We dey sit down here, right?
Yes.
Who would they talk about? Who we want to talk about?
We want to talk about some people who are trying to like the new cat.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
you're the new cat. But why this want to be conference couple? This want to be conference couple.
Straight up. Yesterday, the first question I have here is, as an Arsenal fan.
Thank you.
Did you see this coming? Like the victory? Did you see it coming? Did you see a 3-0? This kind of a victory? Did you visualize it? Even if you high, you smell them at all. Okay,
so before I go on, right, I want to know my guy here.
Mike Way underscore.
Because I want to know when day. I don't know.
Because established as a Chelsea fan.
Thank you very much.
Yes, so it's 2 against 1.
Nice. So now the same class on a day.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
2 Champions League winners and 1 wannabe winner.
Thank you very much.
Wannabe person. You understand? Yeah. Hopefully you don't get it. So now
I get them before no be proper to you.
Okay. My question is, did you see that victory? A huge kind of victory. Like, did you think Arteta, your team, you yourself, the fans, saw that coming? So now,
I always say this. There's a difference between fanatics and realists. I think I actually fall in the category of I'm a real and I'm a realist when it comes to speaking about football or watching a football game. And as an Arsenal fan, because sometimes people say without, you support a club regardless of anything that's going on, I mean, you have to act like we're here.
Yes.
Now, if I want to be very realistic, that game, I did not see Arsenal trashing Real Madrid like that. I predicted in my mind, I wanted to win, but I predicted a draw. Now, the reason is because Real Madrid can do badly in any tournament. But see, the Champions League
turns them on.
it feels like that's what they live for. Yeah. And now, I mean, if you look at clubs like Manchester City, they did it twice. No matter how you want to beat them, if you go Bernabeu, it's a completely different conversation. Now, I did not even think we're going to win with that margin. So if I want to be very realistic, I did not see us win Real Madrid, and I didn't see that margin.
You predicted a draw.
I predicted a draw.
So when you predicted a draw, meaning you predicted you're not going to qualify?
No. So now I'm not.
No, you have to be honest, man. Because if you predicted
so me being honest,
at your home, then you cannot say you want to qualify.
So me being honest.
Yes.
I'll be very honest with you. I emphasize that Arsenal, and I'm looking at it from the games that Real Madrid have played, the last 2 games they played in La Liga, which is not a true judgment of how Real Madrid performs in the Champions League. The way I look them, I say something they here. There might be cracks, but I'm not saying in the qualification, I feel that it might be both draw and probably end up in a penalty shootout, end of story, which I feel like but I wasn't really sure expecting that Arsenal will beat Real Madrid.
Thank you very much. Now the next question now is, what do you think inspired the victory? Does it have to do with Arteta or more of the players? Mind you, I'm going to ask you first, because I think if I ask him, he will give me a kind of unexpected answer. So I'm going to ask you first, because Arteta he spoke to Pep Guardiola for the past few days before the game, and that he's happy and opportune to have good people around him. So meaning my father touched him and something was there. Now looking at that game yesterday, do we give the victory more to the players or more to Arteta, seeing that these people are people who were knocked out from the Carling Cup and Newcastle messed them woman away. Man, you commoded for FA Cup, 13 points behind the league. Who inspired that team? Is it more like a fluke? Is it more like luck?
I don't give you talk.
And the players, all the Arteta do the thing.
See,
let me hear from the other side.
When it's 1-0, you can call it a fluke. They did it once, they did it twice, and they did it 3 times. All right. A particular coach picked his team, which is Arteta. Arteta picked the best team that was going to execute his plans yesterday. So, and if you notice, they are missing some players. The likes of Gabriel is not there. The likes of Harvard, the likes of they have many players on the injury board right now. So at that point, what you need to do as a coach is to give your players the best of confidence at the time, because these guys are underdogs going into that kind of fixture, play the best team in Europe, 15 times champion of the UEFA Champions League. It's not just a fluke. You can't call it a fluke. So
no, I didn't call it a fluke, please. Then they quick cause for social media. They ask you, I beg go. I say you think Arteta now really do the work. I mean, at the player.
So make I ask you. Do you think it's a fluke or not?
No, make me answer. I'm coming there.
So like I said earlier, also Arteta actually worked on this set piece. Like I said in my video, I said football is not only played on the run of play. There's also something called set piece. So when you use that particular set piece to your advantage, it works out for you no matter how it is. And nobody believed that would actually happen yesterday. Getting 2 goals from set piece at that stage, at that manner, at the highest level of football.
They've not had for like 4 years.
It's amazing.
Do you remember?
And
yesterday, not be joking. You know that the last time Arsenal scored a direct free kick was in 2021 by a free kick from Odegaard against Burnley.
Yeah, but I think that's the same for a lot.
4 years.
Yeah, but that's the same for a lot of teams. I don't think. No. As a matter of fact,
with Arsenal, James went up for injury. Not happy this season. That one for you, bro. Your man went there like Man fan. Bruno Fernandes not score like 7. Not go here yourself. Come on.
But James, now you see where everything happens.
I'm just telling you, like
James go knock ball one day, like leg go break today. He go knock ball tomorrow, leg go break.
Leg don't.
Baba, leg go straight. He make it go sleep.
Okay, now if you ask me if that was a fluke or it was completely Arsenal's dominance or probably Arsenal's effort, I'll tell you it's their effort, because looking at the game yesterday, they made Real Madrid look bad. Like you said earlier before the podcast, you said you've not seen Real Madrid that bad. That is the worst Real Madrid you've seen. So I will tell you that Real Madrid is not that bad initially before coming to the game. They've been shaky, but I will tell you that Arteta's boys make them look more bad. Like, it made them look more useless.
Okay, so the thing is,
so I give it to them.
I'm not going to even take it away from the fact that I feel like a bad Real Madrid is still not totally bad. That's the honest truth. But this is my own take, and I always say it in my language. Ti tenikon babaje, tenikon leda. what it means that if person will no spoil, another one will feel good. In a game of football, sometimes the best team might not win. And like I said, this is football, anything can happen. But in this case, I think the best manager.
But that your language, that your adage where you talk, so is it applied to everything in life?
No, it doesn't. But it applied to that game yesterday.
Okay.
Cool. Because that one, it means say, like I said, you can't take the credit away. And I think you're honest. You can't take the credit away from. Apart from the fact that it was not a fluke, I feel the most tactical manager won yesterday.
Yes.
And also, apart from that, I also give it to the team because I feel like when I saw the lineup, I had a bit of confidence. Not that I didn't. I mean, I knew I saw.
But that's the lineup. There's no change. What changed?
So nothing exactly changed.
Yes,
but
that's what I'm saying.
I think that
don't come and say Arteta did anything to.
No, Arteta was a more tactical manager yesterday.
I know, but that was the lineup that you can put there. That's your lineup. That's the lineup that you have. Nothing
well,
really
you can't be really
because Party Rice.
No, Baba, say Ben White no play. Say normally. I mean, you'll have probably have started a Trossard. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. But guess what? It was a lot. There was the changes day yesterday.
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying anybody played out of their position. I'm just saying that I think in the way they handled the ball, if you notice, Arsenal played very well. For example, he might not even have started Partey. But listen, yesterday was very tactical. Arsenal held the ball very well. They passed when it was necessary. And guess what? If you notice, it was a full-on attack. Oh, once we lose the ball, we defend.
Yes.
Not leaving it to anyone. Mm-hmm. Everybody played very well.
Now, I want to ask you another question real quick because you are going to talk more than us because this is an Arsenal fan. Now, we are hosting you because we've seen that you are experiencing something you've never experienced.
No. I've experienced that before.
No, like what I'm saying. Beating Real Madrid 3-0 like that.
Yeah, but I played in the Champions League final against Barcelona, and that's a team that
not in your life before. In the last 15 years, you've not really experienced. If you this goes to probably your biggest win in the last 15 years.
I have
almost 20 years.
In the last 15 years, which victory?
Okay, so let me like I said, last 15 years, yes. But I'm saying that there's never a time that I feel like what I felt yesterday was what I felt when Arsenal played against Barcelona in the final, right? Yes. Because
no, you can't compare it. You lost that final.
No, listen. So I lost that final, and which I said, under speculations, you can, however you want to play it. I felt like Arsenal was robbed, whether you like it or not.
Yes, but
but I want to by the way, it's okay. But Goko will say this one where they look, this team where they look. If you be saying at your eye this season, how you go?
Okay, now we are going there now. Terry Henry made a clear statement yesterday that this is not over yet. That he does not trust. That's your legend. Okay, from your expression, you are disappointed with his statement. No,
I'm not.
I'm not because he said it's not done. That he has seen it's Bernabeu and he has seen things happen like that.
But I can agree with him partially. But like I said, football is a lot different now. That Real Madrid is not a team. I don't believe that team will make a comeback.
Before the game, you and your fans, insult me say, if I be pundit well get sense, I'm supposed to know say this na football, anything can happen. Now you don't win 3-0. You know what deal with the analogy of this is football, anything can happen again.
They won't use the Maresca style.
So do you think this is done already? Do you see Madrid coming back? Is there a chance?
See, in football, like you said earlier, anything can happen. We saw okay in football, anything can happen.
This is football, anything can happen, but not all the time. I don't change them.
We saw what happened in 2017 with Barcelona and PSG.
Yeah.
How they came back, the unexpected happened. It could still happen because you can't underestimate the likes of Rodrygo, Mbappe, Vinicius. On their day, they can get you 4 goals. On their day, they can get you 3 goals and get you to penalty shootout. So it could still happen. But with the way Real Madrid played yesterday, if they played the same way at the Bernabeu, trust me, they were still going to lose.
Okay. Now, meaning to you, Confidence not the finish.
That's the honest guy.
That's the honest guy right there. No, the way you tell you like honest guy, God bless you. You not feel that country for my mouth.
No, I fit. You don't say you don't attest to say Arsenal played well.
Yeah.
I think in everything you say, that's all I need to go home with.
When you see who they do what you know fit do, you go praise them.
Yeah, so
you now they Champions League that the Bawa again now put me for conference on Thursday night.
The rest player
where people they don't the madman won't play. Brentford. Now he best players for legal washer.
Plumber team.
Legal washer for Poland. Now he the best player.
We say make I ask you a question. For now, in a tournament in Nigeria.
No, we dey train.
We don't start our preseason.
No, congratulations to us. They say 5 people go to Champions League. Have you seen it? 5 teams from England they go to Champions League. It's confirmed already. No,
confirmed.
Yes, it's confirmed
already. Winning.
Yes, because they have
Thank
losing.
God.
So thank you so much for what you have done.
No, you experienced what you experienced in the last how many years?
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome back. Thank you. And I've not been out for long. You 9 all day for 7 years.
No. But I think for the last. I've not
been out for long.
Yeah,
just 2 years.
But before that, Arsenal always qualified for the Champions League.
No, before that, always qualify English. Why you speak so?
Yeah.
You now do 7 years without hearing there.
No, but that one a normal thing now. Everybody, you can't.
This club, they're not the one.
Make I talk one thing now.
To fail.
No, it's not that. I'm saying that before that time, Arsenal they always qualify for Champions League.
No, but what I'm saying before then, you guys have not been in Champions League for 7 years.
But see how excited you are that you're coming back because you're playing a conference cup.
Yeah, because I love it.
So welcome
just
back.
2 years.
Listen.
That's where we belong.
So I'm trying to think, how did you survive for 7 years? To me, I could not die.
But yeah.
Not seeing the Champions League
the
in 7
beautiful thing
years.
is that I love about this is that we're back here again.
Yes.
You know, and I mean, I'm not selfish.
Mm-hmm.
I'm congratulating you for coming back to the Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
And now, one of the reasons why we're even sitting here, you're discussing about a team that's experiencing that thing you've not experienced yet in a while. So we're back again. Baba, make I tell you one thing.
Like who just had sex the first time in his life?
Yeah, but
that's the feeling you're having.
But the beauty is, it now depends on. It depends. You say I don't want to sound sexist, but the Coco be say if not the first time we they do them, it also depends on the partner we you do them with.
Yes,
exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Una the conference cup. Una don't go. Now we don't see rain. Hey, bro, let me explain. You have seen rain, storm, the lightning. You know people are gonna go play for Poland. Maybe say they people go or maybe go play for one country.
They play ball. They first you. They
yes, now. You know say the time now, and that's why I always explain. It'll be nice anytime when you do your prayer. Say they pray to God. Say I don't have to go. They say the road is rough. You know, it's not for everyone. See that road when I go pass, and I think you accident for there. When I think you accident, people that is not destination. But if you want chop manna. You don't have to go through Moses.
Now when they follow you do podcast of Arsenal analysis, and you they kind of the conscience.
Do you know how that feels?
If you go there,
Baba, do you know how that feels?
If you
it
go
feels
there,
so good.
If you look now, there's a do Jesse in me.
Now you come where UFC come around.
I get into Chelsea mood.
Baba, let me tell you the truth.
Respect yourself.
He can't fight me. Now why you ready?
Respect yourself. So just to know that I'm ready for you. There's a backup. Please.
Baba, London is not
is
blue, my nigga. London is not blue.
Moving on to the next question, real quick. I want you to tell me.
Yeah.
Because you worked in radio for like 200 years.
Thank you very much.
And
in short, I've been Methuselah.
Honestly, you're a king of radio.
Thank you very much.
When it comes to
Africa,
you're the greatest.
Thank you.
You understand? And your job had a lot of poetry along with it.
Yeah.
And who is that? Peter Drury.
Yeah, Peter Drury.
People, one of the people who can give us sweet poetry. How can you explain Bukayo Saka and his importance in your team? The 2 free kicks came from him. Neither foul will bring that free kick. His influence in that team and what risk the fact that it keeps getting knocks here and there. Yesterday he came out with small injury, but thank God Ateta said it's just a knock, nothing serious. But how much of a risk it is, knowing that without this boy we're not going to succeed? Because looking at Odegaard yesterday, he didn't really do so much, but it was offensive. It was offensive, but we know what Martin Odegaard can do on a normal day, and we know how bad he has been this season. No disrespect to him, but he has been bad. Now, how do you explain Saka? his importance and the risk of having just him as the main man in this team?
So, Saka is an exceptional player. I mean, it's not very easy when you find. I mean, the same way I would say this. This might sound crazy. This might sound controversial, right? A lot of big people love Vinny Jr.
Yeah.
But I feel Rodri deserved the Ballon d'Or. I'll tell you why. When a player leaves a team and you can feel that there's a problem.
Yeah,
Yes.
That is how we see Saka. The only good thing about Saka is that as much as you want to build a team around him, what I mean is an exceptional player. It's not like a Rich James that go on an injury and maybe before he performs, he gets back up to form. Hold on a second. I'm saying that box to box.
Yeah.
Anytime you wake up Saka to play football, he will deliver. That's the difference. Now, what I mean exceptional also means that, you know, when a boy or a guy who plays for a club everybody depends on is not even playing. But the anticipation to say, you know what, I think this kid has worked so hard to this level. We need to be able to match up this level. Let me tell you the truth. When Saka was on the bench, you see Jesus came back stronger. It feels like you almost have to work twice as hard. But the truth is, like I said, that's why I say he's an exceptional player that carried the team on his back at all times.
At all times.
Even in his commentaries, in his conversations, how he embodies the team.
mentality,
And don't forget, he's at his prime where you could have said, I mean, let me tell you one thing. He's a boy that I see he'll fit into Real Madrid any day. I see him play for PSG.
You think it's better than Rodrygo?
Saka is better than Rodrygo.
There was a huge debate yesterday. Do you think it's better than Rodrygo?
Because the thing is, let me tell you one thing. Saka never...
You say yes?
Yes.
Yes. And I'll tell you why.
I go bust your head.
See, Saka.
I'm going to Java place. Rodrygo is better than Vinicius.
Please, who?
Rodrygo.
I don't, listen, I don't...
So you can't tell me.
I don't want to talk about Vinny, right?
Now who follow you come be that? Now they say,
This one,
God bless him.
This one where I chop your money yesterday. But I don't see this one. Now, first of all, how do you even explain a Manchester United fan where we say no even understand they get leaking roof? They never repair that roof. Guess what? Ronaldo was clear when he said Ronaldo was very clear. Baba, guess what? When
you never win this trophy, not because they wish
when your problem Baba Maji, when your problem starts from the dressing room, it's over. So please,
let's take
Let's
come back to the matter.
We will use the props.
What makes you think?
Look the props of the year. Manchester United not so for year.
Enough it.
First three jerseys no there.
That's not their house. That's not their house. Now, that's not their house. Now, let me ask you.
Yeah.
What made you? Because I don't want to believe that you don't chop this morning like.
I don't chop.
You don't chop.
I don't chop well.
What do you chop?
Baba, I don't chop.
Okay.
I'm a light eater in the morning.
Okay.
I took tea
Good,
this
better.
morning. Yeah.
Good. That's the problem. You supposed to swallow because if maybe that should have given you more. You understand? Because wetin give you that mind? Depending on how they beat you, now when you talk say Saka go pass Rodrygo. On what area?
So
you read that for?
That's why I said.
I know people would love to see
Baba,
this debate.
everybody gets.
It was a huge debate yesterday. Say Rodrygo love everything. Saka a player.
Baba,
everything.
Like I said, every player gets his own tricks, right?
It's strange, yeah.
For Saka, he performs every goddamn time.
And that's what Rodrygo does.
Agbo.
Two of us.
Rodrygo na player.
No, they talk the guy when talk.
This one are your fan.
No,
I don't make mistake. Why not tell me say you be the fan?
No, make it analyze.
This one they love you. They
Make
go.
it answer a question now.
You dey use love.
Baba,
not be about love.
thank you.
Let me tell you
If I may
something.
talk.
Oh yeah, talk.
You see Saka influence in the team. Like you said, Saka influence in the team show when he no dey.
Thank you.
All right.
No, we're talking about who's a better player, bro.
No.
Saka is playing where there are other players that are not good
Bernard,
enough.
Now you ask us question.
Rodrygo is playing.
You don't answer the question.
Okay,
No answer.
Okay, talk.
No answer.
So when you see
After I talk, I will talk my own.
if you put Saka in the Real Madrid team, he will deliver.
Thank you.
All right, because he's a left footer first of all, and on a balance of play in the attack, a left footer is more preferred in that position than a right footer. Now, if you match the players man for man, Saka gives you more output than even Rodrygo. Yes, Rodrygo is a big game player. He does everything Vinicius will do, Mbappe will do. He does everything. But when it comes to output, he's up there with Rodrygo.
Why did you answer the question like Nigeria politician? What is the output? What's the output?
In terms of goals and assists, in terms of goals and assists, in terms of outputs, he's up there.
Let me bring it back to you because this one.
Leave him. No. But not true.
All the cash we want to do.
Okay.
Can
I ask you one question?
He don't love you.
But mommy, the way your analysis is, I just want to ask one question. Yes. I want to relate to what he's saying. You know that. Can you really do without the Rodrygo in Real Madrid?
No.
Tell me why.
You can't, because the only reason that will make you think you can do without him is because of the other class of players you have, the other options you have. When Saka is not there, Martinelli, Kai Havertz, Trossard, all of these guys are just average players.
Wow.
There's no world-class player there.
So is Saka an average player?
No! Good. That's what I'm telling you. So it's the only star boy that does everything for you guys. So now condition when you not get, now make a fish bed. See Chelsea now, we they tell you now say if Jackson not they will not they play ball. And now Jackson not they score goal. Now because of saying we now why you not get the one when you manage get to copy your when the desirable is not
Jackson.
available become desirable.
Jackson.
Yes. I'm a Chelsea fan. Now like with the beggar now.
9 goals.
I beg go stay.
But I don't like him before.
No, that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I'm telling you, we are appreciating Jackson like our Ronaldo because we don't have an Osimhen. Do you understand? So I'm telling you, you can say Saka is so good because every good thing must come through him. But in a Madrid match, we have good things that can come from Vinicius.
But they've been a balance.
Vinicius is there, Mbappe is there, Valverde, who is more like one of the best top 3 midfielders in the world, is there. Jude Bellingham is there. Mbappe, all these people that can do things. Who you define? Jude Bellingham.
I define Mbappe. I don't see him yesterday.
The
thing now shows small. Now Vinicius even there. No, hold on. Let me finish because you are drunk.
Check on that chair, Baba.
That's why from now on I will be inviting bald-headed people to come to this show because they reason better. Whatever they touch in their head.
Baba, today we no go agree for you.
So now I'm telling you what output is Saka giving. I tell you. You see that Rodrygo and Saka debate. People who are watching are ready to watch it for 4 hours. They are waiting for you. Tell us what output that he said, which you bought the idea. What is the output that Saka gives that Rodrygo cannot give?
And that's why I said, for every game that Saka plays, with or without, he performs. And that's why I said, there's also let me tell you one thing. There's an energy a player brings to a team, in or out. Everybody trying to play his position want to play way better than him. Listen, which like I said, based on the influence on the team, on their psychic, on their imagination, I can completely tell you that for me, Baba, I can tell you the truth. Rodrygo, with or without, Real Madrid will still perform. That's me. That's what I understand.
Okay, now let me ask you. Hold on. I want to ask you now. And now this eyeglass will shake.
Baba.
Let me ask you now. If Rodrygo not there, you say Real Madrid will still perform. Give me 2 people you are expecting the performance to come from.
So,
just name 2. I'll go to the next question. Just name 2. Don't explain.
2 people.
Just name 2.
Modric.
Vini Mbappe. Say it. Don't lie. Just
no,
say it.
I'm not going to say Vini Mbappe.
Wow.
Because see the fact see if I base it on the game of yesterday, Baba, it showed.
Okay, now when Saka is not available, who performs for you guys?
Baba, we had Jesus at the time, right? But Jesus was injured. So relax now, and don't forget, say Ben White overlaps very well. But
you are not asking my question. This guy.
So Baba, but guess what we have?
So when you tell
Trossard, no, relax now. We get Trossard. We get Waneri. No, Baba, you want me to answer you? We get Waneri. We get Trossard.
So those are the people you are counting as the people that will win you games when Saka not there. But when he reach Madrid place, you say you never catch Mbappe and Vini.
Baba, can you listen?
Jesus.
You know what? If I base it on what I play una, I knock you.
No, that is not what we are saying. You just want to make me feel bad.
Baba, you need to feel bad.
That's my question straight. How can you say Vini and Mbappe cannot win games on Madrid if Rodrygo is not there?
I never said that. You said that.
No, you said
No,
that.
no. I'm
You are
saying
counting
a
Modric.
replacement. No.
Modric is 39.
But see.
Why are you counting him over Vini and Mbappe?
You see that?
I'm
You see
not.
that Rodrygo
I'm
we are
not.
talking about. Rodrygo is surrounded by quality players.
Do you understand?
From defense to
You start out
midfield
from
to
Baba,
attack.
Baba.
Do you know
Because the pressure.
you know how many
He
people
will
they
still
feed
play
Rodrygo?
because the quality,
You know how many people they feed
the
am?
quality in
How many people they feed?
the
You know how
quality
many
in
people they feed
Madrid is
Rodrygo?
different from the
Who they
quality
feed
in
am?
Arsenal.
Saka they can't collect ball.
Eh,
Saka will collect ball
eh.
from Baba. See,
You know that one.
listen,
You know that one. You know
Baba,
Rodrygo.
leave this
At
in.
all. Rodrygo. Not the carry ball from midfield. They go. See, come.
Can I say
Does
something?
Saka play
Can
from
I-
the left
can-
very
can
well?
I say something?
Since he has been an established
Listen,
right wing winger,
I'm
has he gone to
saying
the
you
left?
asked me.
Rodrygo goes both
No,
ways.
you already asked me what I think, why you feel. I said it's more than for me personally.
For
it
you.
is more
Perfect.
than on the field of play.
Good.
For the psychic of the team, the even guess what? There's no day you put Saka half leg, you go deliver.
Because of where he did now, that you understand. Una get another thing. Now be measures in be like
guess
Ronaldo
what?
for Chelsea high
But you're
school. Who will get if
but
you
you
not
get
tell
Real
me
Madrid.
who
You
not
get,
get-
but you get Real Madrid. We get Mbappe. We get Vini.
And somebody said, okay, let me ask you a question.
Bruh.
Let me ask you a question quickly before we go. Now, there's a particular artist that's in Enugu. And it's the top artist there.
Yeah.
In Enugu.
Okay.
Number one artist. You've been in the music industry. You are a goat in the industry in Afrobeat. So you know everything about this. Now you have to say it. I can't call your industry match.
In Enugu.
In Enugu, there's a particular artist, for example, who is a top artist there. You know, I'm not asking you who is the person. I'm telling you that as an example.
Okay.
There's somebody in Enugu who is a top artist right there, number one artist. He's so good. Anytime he comes, drops any song, he shuts down the stadium in Enugu.
Okay.
Now, there's another artist who comes to Lagos and drops his song. From there, he has gone global, just like Asake now. Now competing with these top guys like Rema, who is doing it just more like a big four. Rema is there competing with the Davido, this guy, Burna Boy. Hold on, and now they ask you now for these two people, who they try pass?
So let me your analogy. You got to answer the question because I'm waiting to talk because let's use, for example, now we have an artist, the biggest artist in the East.
Yes.
Who be the biggest artist in the East? Let's use.
No, this one now. We are not going to use.
No.
Let me tell you.
No.
We are not going to use.
Because see, now
we don't want to use all those the
Man,
because
relax
those ones are in
now.
Lagos
Baba,
already. I'm
relax.
talking about indigenous
Coachy,
artists.
relax. Listen, your analogy has to be clear.
Yes.
You say the biggest artist in the East at the time. I mean, as we speak.
As we speak.
Yeah. That means you're talking about the local champion.
A local champion there.
Good. Now, the biggest artist around the world, right? They're talking about somebody, I mean, mainstream big star or, you know, international recognition and everything.
Yes.
All well and good. I understand you. But before I answer your question, maybe you use an example of who let's come to football. Who be that local champion? Obviously, I can believe that you're saying, listen, hold on. Because you get what I know that.
Who be that? Call me that
local champion. I'm very sure you're not talking about Saka. Obviously you're not.
No, I'm not.
So your analogy, maybe who be that international star where they talk?
Rodrygo. Because he's with Vini, Mbappe, Bellingham, three players who have steady Ballon d'Or list.
They don't have
Ballon d'Or nominations. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? That's what. Let's be honest now.
Okay.
He's playing with three other Ballon d'Or. Like, I don't think there's any team in the world apart from Barcelona who we have it now because of Yamal and Rafinha that has three Ballon d'Or nominees.
Yeah, but we see. Can I say something?
Do you understand?
Yeah,
Baba,
good. So he's playing alongside three Ballon d'Or nominees. You don't understand?
Yeah.
So like I said,
but can I say something?
I said the quality around these guys
easily be the
so
best
much.
person.
So do you sometimes?
But I call Lagos me. I don't do they do radio work. He go win me now.
But local champion, they beat you.
That's what I'm telling you.
Listen. Guess what? Anybody if he blew. Not that one from our own. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Everybody at one point were all local champions.
So who is taking more risk between their two?
Baba, listen. There is what they call contingency planning. For everything you do in life, it gets risk. Guess what? With all the shout or all the hype and everything, Vini still no win. You know win. So Baba, listen. Guess what? My point is very simple, right? Where I don't know now you want play him,
I
whether
question
you
what
want
else you-
you want play
what else
on
you
DVD
see,
or VC or anything. The truth is that I can boldly tell you right now.
That's how guys better than Rodrygo.
Listen, that's my perception, and I might be wrong. It's my opinion.
Okay.
But listen, I am a now guy.
Okay.
A now guy means that based on what's on record right now.
That's not 3-0 yesterday.
Listen, Baba.
Because the
Listen.
Saka dey hospital since now. That be the Saka come by last week for you.
Now,
Now
Baba,
from hospital then we go.
You just confirm my argument.
Are you using correct from
Do
the
you
person that been in
know?
hospital?
But you know, you just confirm my argument. I'm saying with half leg. See, week in, week out. Whether na local or international, Saka go always perform.
The Saka has more goals and assists than Rodrygo is possible. You know why? Because in your team, every good thing must come through him. That's who that guy has been for you.
However that plays. I mean, guess what?
Martinelli,
Baba,
they look at
Baba, you remember AC Milan? They had one particular guy called Inzaghi.
Yes.
He was not the most conventional player because everybody saw him. But guess what? He delivers.
Okay.
That's a point man.
Okay, no.
Listen, let's
go.
wait, relax.
I want to go to the next question because this Saka, if I carry Anya Mbappe, you go tell me say better pass Mbappe.
No. So see,
It's
Baba,
okay.
it's relative.
So-
I have an argument based on that.
So in the Premier League now, do you take Saka as the best winger in the Premier League now?
Right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Come on, we have Salah.
I don't tell you say.
Come on now,
I
come
don't
on.
tell you say.
Come on
You see
now.
how they waste time. I tell you no politician.
Okay, so let's see. Listen,
Jesus.
We have
listen,
Salah now. Come on.
Jesus,
Listen,
man,
bro,
come on, my
this
head.
season,
Jesus.
Listen. This season, let's remove maybe without injury.
Bro, all season.
But Baba,
All season.
I don't agree.
So
with
Saka
you.
has been
Salah
better
has
than.
been doing this since
See,
2017
I also
till
listen.
now.
Honestly, I mean, Salah is a player. He's one of my best players. Honestly, but I'm saying, I am. Salah is you see, let me tell you one good thing about
We feel
Salah.
like for this
Salah
video.
is an engineered player. He plays the wing, but he can also play other parts. So sometimes, guess what? I can see him as a point man. I can see but I'm saying in that midfield, no, as a winger.
Baba
Listen,
no explain.
Baba,
He say
relax.
Saka good pass Salah.
Baba Saka better pass Salah.
See,
Yeah.
Baba, I don't talk him.
for the past 8 years.
And I don't plan my
Salah has been
you.
doing it consistently. For a player to give you 30 goals and assists every season.
Okay, no, Baba.
In this,
Listen,
he won,
you know
he
what?
won the Premier League for the first time in 30 years.
Okay,
Liverpool
do you know
don't win
what?
that Premier
King,
League.
for the first
He
time.
won the Champions
Should I tell you one
League. He
thing?
has won the African Best Player in the last 7 to 8
Okay,
years.
so
So
give
what
her-
do you want to tell me
relax,
about
relax.
Salah where I want to know?
Okay,
Assists
Baba,
is there.
hold on.
Goals is
Hold
there.
on.
So what are we
Let
saying?
me commit to that. But guess what? The argument was Salah. No, the argument was Saka
Rodrygo.
and Rodrygo.
But I got
No
when I
chance,
noticed
no.
how
Baba-
biased you are.
But
then I moved on to
biased-
the Premier. Yes.
No.
I moved on to the Premier.
No.
And when he introduced see human being. When he introduced himself, I'm a very truthful.
But see the funny thing. When he tell you
You
say,
believe
when
bad
he
person.
say
I mean, I respect you. You
Nah. No, you can't even do that. You know why?
Jesus.
When he tell you say, relax. So when he tell you say, Saka better pass Rodrygo, you know why? Now because you know they bias that time.
No.
He know the bias. So
Premier League. Go ask
No,
your
in Premier
Salah.
League, Saka no reach Salah.
Baba, we go argue our argument for outside. This one,
Maybe that
now
could be-
Rodrygo will they talk
that
about
can be another-
end of story.
that can be another
You
episode.
know,
We'll go to his house.
win for that
We'll
one.
go to his house to record that. That one will be 13 people.
You know if you win for that
That
one.
one will record that one. No, let's move on. Let's move on.
You know,
now.
say you don't win this Rodrygo home.
Huh?
You don't win now.
I know. How do you know?
Check man.
It's a draw.
Congratulations.
It's a
Check
draw.
this one, Oga.
It's a draw.
Next question.
Rodrygo, when they take the Champions League, man, gonna follow you. The talk of Saka when man
Yeah,
win.
Baba, we are talking.
We're not
based-
getting nothing to show for.
No, Baba, listen, you can't say that.
I don't understand. I can say that. So trophies doesn't count.
No, it
Now you
does.
there and now they look this like what you never see for your life. But
Baba, it go happen. No worry.
You
It
look
happen.
at you open your glass and look at
Baba,
see
it go
what it is for your
happen.
mind now.
See,
For
yeah.
your mind now, if
They
it's
say,
carry this
Baba-
now, you sell like like 500 million.
Drink tea.
I know TV.
See, let me tell you one thing. Listen, in life, I move forward, my
Okay, let
nigga.
me ask you now, straight up.
Baba,
Do you see
listen,
that happening
relax.
this season?
You don't ask me many
Wait, do
questions.
you see that happening this
No.
season? Enough is enough, sir. I don't really they look you.
Okay.
Do you see your do you see yourself?
Now me, they drop laptop
Wait,
for.
do you see yourself winning Champions League this season? Make a
Okay, so now let me look at it. First of all,
because you get one overconfidence again.
okay, so chairman,
More really go there.
you know why this is a difficult conversation to have?
Eh.
It's even not ideal that you're the one asking me this question.
Sandman, is it too far from your mic?
No, I'm not. I'm good.
It's okay?
I'm good. I can adjust the microphone.
All right, perfect.
The difference here is that you are in a place where, you might have understood it before, but you don't anymore. So hold on a second.
Insult me first before you go.
Baba, because you said
you never insult me.
I go answer your question.
Go.
I will.
Yes.
And I beat my chest. I can confidently say that Arsenal I tipped, and like I said, everybody's saying it's coming home. I feel it's coming home this season.
Okay, now do you think that's what I was saying. You think you're winning the Champions League this season?
This is it.
Yes or no?
I feel and believe that Arsenal will get to the final this season,
but you're not sure of winning yet.
And I also believe that Arsenal can win the Champions League this season.
When did you get this feeling?
This feeling after last night.
Perfect. You get luck.
Well, you know why? But that's why I said
you lose God.
Baba, make I tell you one thing. When I started this,
get luck.
No, when I started this conversation
after last night,
listen,
anybody
Baba,
will get confidence.
Exactly. Baba, when I started this, I said, listen, I'm an Arsenal fan, but I'm realistic.
Yeah.
If you pitch someone against someone, I feel like these players are very peculiar in their own way.
Yeah.
And that's why sometimes it's very hard to make all these comparisons.
Yes.
Because let me tell you one funny thing is, Vinny on a good day is Vinny.
Yes.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And listen, the level of individualism for Vinny is different from anybody else. So sometimes this comparison sometimes don't work as it is. Mbappe sometimes on a good day, if Mbappe won't lano, they lano. If Mbappe won't play, like I said, I'll tell you the truth. I loved Mbappe now in Real Madrid than Mbappe that played in PSG.
Wow.
Why?
Listen,
and I'll tell you, bro, let me tell you why. It's not about winning titles or anything. I feel like right now, listen, tactically, PSG, for me, and the league itself, on that level, is not that level.
Yeah, we know.
La Liga, the Mbappe now is the Mbappe that I've always loved to watch.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, like I told it, I said, the only person I was very scared of yesterday
was Mbappe.
I wasn't scared of Vinny. I think Vinny is, if you stay on Vinny, it's very hard. It's quite hard for him to play because
it's a lie.
If you stay on Vinny very well,
Vinny has lost it since he lost the ballon.
I don't care, bro.
This season
has not been good for Vinny. The real Vinny, you don't pocket.
I'm saying, but like,
you can't pocket Vinny.
No, I see, but I'm saying that.
No
I'm
way,
saying,
man.
That's why I say comparison sometimes might not really align.
Somebody when work at nothing do. Now team that can't do one. Come on, man.
Yeah, but I don't answer your question.
Good.
Simple.
So let's move on to the next question now. So you say you look at you guys winning the Champions League. So possibly beating PSG. That's the next, because PSG must come out Aston Villa. So you're winning PSG, then you go to the final, you meet Barcelona, and possibly
let me tell you the truth. I'm more scared to play Aston Villa than PSG. I'm because guess what? I'll tell you what, Aston Villa, they Sabi, it's one of the toughest teams in the Premier League.
PSG and Liverpool home and away,
bro. Like I said,
no, you are a busy man. That's what I'm asking.
No, I'm saying. Listen, I am more. Baba, you see, football no be as with the Siam. Aston Villa for me, because it be like say person don't live for your house, you don't deal with you, don't know you very well. Yeah. I would rather play somebody maybe say I know say maybe in a way, and I think Aston Villa is predictable because I've lost to them many times. Yeah. As a matter of fact, they didn't let me win the league last season. Fuckers, sorry, didn't let me win. They spoiled my game to win I was close to Premier League last season. So I'm saying that because person don't know me very well, and they say Koko to Banje for Idea for Lower.
Yes.
What it means is that person we know is not sabi you, now if do you.
Yes.
That's it. So that's what I would rather listen. It's the same as last season. Nobody thought Barcelona was going to go out. I mean, last Champions League. I think was it? Yeah, Barcelona now.
When they went to Europa.
Yeah, no, I mean not Europa. I think the Champions League, was it this one or the one before?
Yes, last season.
Nobody saw that happening. The thing is that I feel like Arsenal as a team, as a player, I feel
when I will get that red card.
Yeah. So for me, I'm more scared to play Aston Villa than play PSG.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question now. This one now is really very important because I think Arsenal fans want to they are so happy to see you as a front runner.
They might not be that happy because
no, they'll be happy to see you. So they want to hear, what you want to say about it. Looking at that performance yesterday,
yeah.
What has been the issue from not competing so well in the Premier League this season? Because in terms of last 2 seasons, you guys have done better in the Premier League than this season. And now it's not like somebody came back from injury that you've not had before in those 2 seasons. So what affected? Not like say you signed striker, and it's not about this is the first time you are losing Saka for some few months. It happened before as well. Yeah. So because looking at that performance yesterday, you saw it can't be like say Real Madrid and Arsenal swap personality. It's more like you are seeing the Madrid in Arsenal yesterday. So what do you think has affected the Premier League performance?
So the truth is,
because this season, sorry to cut you, this season nobody has won Arsenal in the Champions League. Still unbeaten in the Champions League. You even got 7-1 victory away to PSV, a team that was so good. Like this season, Champions League, bro, Arteta has been a different thing.
Touch this thing.
So what?
Tap him. If you feel like
I can't. You have to, bro. You don't have any right to touch it. You touch it, we end the show. So now.
I end your show now.
So now, what do you think has affected the Premier League performance?
You know, I'm going to speak like typically what an Arsenal fan would say, because the truth is that, first of all, that was a world-class, close to 100 million pounds player worth every penny. He's not an Anthony, right? Of Manchester United. Now, the thing is, let me tell you one thing. It's worth the money.
Are you talking about Rice?
So I'm not saying, I'm talking about Declan Rice.
Okay.
I think it's not about paying money for big players. It's finding the right players with the right money.
But that's not the answer to my question.
No, I'm going somewhere. Okay. Listen, I'm saying that you said you
what affected this performance in the Champions League? Still unbeatable in the Champions League, but I've lost several games in the Premier League, drew several games in the Premier League. Now, how come you are doing so well in the Champions League?
The English Premiership in the last 30 years is one of the most unpredictable league in the world. Mm-hmm. I still believe it's more difficult to win than the Champions League. Exactly. And that's where you see the beam into that type of football is you see players who are played in other leagues, they come to the English Premiership, it's a different ball game entirely. Okay. Like anybody can knock you.
Straight up.
It's a straight up thing. And so that I feel like sometimes it's not predictable. Now, the same way you can tell that if you talk about the money game, where I'll buy the biggest players and all that, I'm saying you can buy the biggest players and still not perform. Yes. Like, for example, Manchester City. They have all the biggest players in the world. I mean, they paid good money for it. They perform, but suddenly
they dominated the world.
No, I'm saying
4 Premier League straight.
Yeah, but I'm saying that I'm talking about this season, like right? Listen, I'm saying this season. My point is very simple.
You don't carry the football and this season.
Baba, you asked me
question. This season. This season. This is your thing. Why you man win or not?
Can I? Now you ask me a question.
Yes, now.
See me can answer you.
Good. Who talk on the insult Man City again? Say they spend money, say they not get the value.
Yeah, no,
they do.
Baba, I they make reference now.
Everybody.
Baba, now reference I they make.
What's a wrong reference?
No,
how is look at Man City now. They spend the money.
No, but I'm saying, Baba, it means that at the end of the day, guess what? Nothing good lasts forever.
How much did Man City spend this season?
Baba, nothing good lasts forever. I'm saying that what I feel that has been the problem for Arsenal as a team.
That's what I want to hear.
Simple. That's why I was making references. Is simple. And I think it's one of the things we talk about is sometimes we don't buy the right players for the right positions at the time. But that fits a problem that we're trying to solve. For example, now, to be honest, when somebody gets injured, we need a feeler. Someone that is as hot as the other guy that is a good feeler,
so
right?
Depth, right?
Yeah?
That's squad depth.
Yeah. And that, to the truth, also means that, for example, now, let's be honest, we need a poacher. We missed that in like the game yesterday, right?
So well.
Absolutely.
If there was a striker, you go 6-7.
I mean, and see, tactical wise, I think we're doing well. But like I said, the English Premiership is an unpredictable league. Anybody can win it. That's the truth. But also, sometimes you plan to win. But like I said, if you notice, when they introduced people like Declan Rice into the team, things changed, right? And when they brought Havertz, things changed. So it also means that, like I said, we also need to start competing on a high level where we know at the end of the day, nothing goes for nothing. We have to spend that much money.
Okay, now let me now go
buy the
towards I don't know if we have players. Can we still have about 20 minutes more? It's possible. Like 5 minutes more. Okay, now let's go straight quickly. This is the last part.
Did I answer your question?
Yes, you answered your question. So what
Thank you
what
very
you
much.
said, you are saying that the Premier League has been too tough for you guys. Like it's a more difficult competition. You don't think Arteta is not doing anything wrong. You just
No,
feel
he's not doing anything wrong.
Yes, you just feel like
We just need, if you want to see, there's a
players-
level you want to play to. You need, it's like, for example, you can't, no disrespect to any club, but
Yeah.
you want to play on a certain level. There's some
Okay.
type of, listen, look at yesterday. It was one player class.
This one where I want to ask you now, finally. I'm just going to, we have like 5 minutes more, so let's be quick. Number one, Lewis-Skelly. I just want you to use 30 seconds
Bad guy.
to tell me how good this boy is. And should he be the established left back or Calafiori should still be ahead?
So he kind of reminds me of someone nobody even expect. Young kid who came in, the boy in Manchester United calls him Mino.
Mano, yes.
You know, somebody is young, but they came with that kind of energy, and they can be in any game, and they will pull off certain things, right?
Yeah.
That I'm looking at on a different level the way I look at Skelly.
Yes.
Skelly is a diamond from the rough. You can tell he plays because he wants to prove a point to you that I am here. I'm not here for games.
Yes.
And it also kind of reminds me of the kind of fire that someone like Saka had when he started, when he young started.
yeah.
That type of fire, which, for example, he's not scared to tackle. He's not scared of to be in the right position. And the truth is, one thing is, he's a very offensive player.
But before wasting time, do you think it's better than Calafiori, or Calafiori takes the position of the left back?
Calafiori is more experienced than him, but him right now has what it takes to play in Arteta's style of play. Because Arteta prefers this inverted fullback, and Calafiori is more of an attacking kind of player than Skelly. Skelly defends so well. Yeah, Skelly
Absolutely.
defends so well in the midfield. Once he inverts, he's so deadly going forward. His passes are precise, and he does it with so much confidence. Despite his age, he might be 18, but he does what an experienced player of 27, 28 does.
So finally, the last question before I go, I want to appreciate you once again
Thank
for
you very
coming
much.
here. It is so good to have spoken to you, and you've been able to tell us what's happened, that you never saw the victory coming and everything. I believe you guys have really enjoyed the podcast. I don't want to say this is my best so far. This is my best so far. Because
That's what happened when you talk to an Arsenal player.
No, because of
End of
Arsenal,
story.
I didn't want to say it's my best so far, but in terms of
you said it anyway.
the vibe,
Shout out to the producer.
in terms of the
If you
vibe,
cut this thing, come out, I'll go beat you.
in terms of the vibes, you brought it. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
brought all
God
the
bless
vibes.
you, man.
You brought all the vibes.
Yeah.
In fact, the way it go be, people in the public will not know where we stay, but it's just good to know that we are not so far away from each other.
Thank you.
So I would sometimes,
Nah, big boy, you don't think
sometimes
I'm
come to your house and drag you, say, Baba, come upstairs. Sometimes I'll go watch some Arsenal match for your house. Everything straight
You're
up.
welcome anytime,
But
man.
lastly, before we go, the debate of these two people. This season, Caicedo has been the better part in terms of, there was a competition of C and D, Caicedo and Declan, who was the better buy. Do you think after those 2 free kicks yesterday, do you think it's still possible for Chelsea fans to still open their mouth to the comparison? Because I don't say respect not go there again.
See, I love Caicedo as a player.
You think it's better than Rice?
Yeah, I just feel like right now.
I think it's better than Rice.
No, it's not. But
Defensively.
I'm saying that
Defensively.
So that's why I say tactically, I feel like both of them have it. Caicedo can
Just green one for me.
No, Baba. If I talk about the way
I love.
That's why I say
your mind and tell you love Caicedo. You love Caicedo.
I just said it now.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I love.
But just green that one for just leave that part.
But
That's
Caicedo
the
will
ending
give
of
me
the
plenty.
podcast. Just
He will bring plenty card for me. You know what? Let me tell you.
Caicedo,
Hold on. Listen,
Caicedo
calm down.
has been playing
Relax,
with a 1 card away from suspension for the last 5 months.
but guess
And
what?
he never get 1 card.
But guess what? No, I'm saying that. What I'm trying to say is that for Caicedo, for me personally, I love him as a player, right? Declan Rice is a player with flair.
Yeah.
There's flex. I like a player with steez. That you know that you never see them coming.
So do you think they are equal, or you think Rice is above him?
Declan Rice is worth the money they paid for him. That's one, and two is that.
So Caicedo is not worth the money paid for him.
Caicedo is a great player, but Declan Rice is his father.
Thank you very much. This is the most biased man I've ever met. I'm so disappointed in myself for inviting this man here. He has to go. And Arsenal not winning this Champions League this season. If Arsenal win Champions League this season, I'll come your house, wash your car and your clothes.
Okay, so
and I'll put that content. I'm not gonna lie.
No, okay,
your
so
car and your clothes. I want to watch it.
You said it here.
Yes, put it on the record.
But I go say rewind you back to the one where you talk yesterday.
Say what thing?
Because you know what, I go hold you for work.
Yes.
You say you go enter bush.
No, I say I go hide if una win. That one a different case.
Okay.
This one a public. I fit deny that one.
No.
You don't get proof. This one a public. If you win the Champions League, I go send them as a talk to me. So if you win Champions League, I'm coming to your house. I will wash your clothes and wash your car. Put the content out there with boxers and singlets.
Thank you.
To shame myself for saying
so
that you
guys,
cannot win.
Please put it on the
PSG, you're not winning. Barcelona, you're not winning, and that's what it is.
Thank you very much.
That's it. Thank you very much, guys. For now, on myself,
please,
you can leave. I will not
see you basket. See, first of all, when you want to wash my car, you know, pale, where they use for secondary school, that iron, now I go fine.
Yes.
With scrubbing brush,
wigger,
boxers and singlets.
Facts. I'm saying it right here, man.
Yes,
I never talked what I never do for my life before.
No
You're not winning. Let me give you some modu vibes. You're not doing it, bro. Oh God, in the name of Jesus. No.
You are standing like spirituality, you know.
Not for me.
I will arrest you.
So thank you very much, boss. I appreciate you. This is so good. God bless you guys. And please like, subscribe, share, comments, and support. What time? Thank you very much.
Peace.
That's good, man.
This is the best podcast ever. But you can take your leave now.